Krishna, Krishna, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Welcome everybody. See, we're on the same path. Yeah. Well, you come here, you'll distinguish. Yeah, everything is God's path, according to Bhagavad Gita. The Vedas say that everything, God designs a path for everybody. So you come here, you'll distinguish the difference between the path you're on and the one we're on, or you'll actually see if it's the same devotion path, pure love of God path. Yeah. But you got to come regularly. Snap judgments don't work. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gauranga. Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gauranga. Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna. Yeah, Krishna. It's so nice to feed Krishna the choicest food. Krishna, yes. The choicest food, the one he chooses. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. It's getting a little bit late here. Let's chant some japa. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Nityananda Gaura Chandra Nityananda 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 Gaura Chandra 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 Gaura 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 Chandra Gaura Chandra Gaura Chandra Gaura Chandra Gaura Chandra Gaura Chandra Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, 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 Gora, 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 Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Radha. Radha, 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 Radhe, Radha, Rani, Radha, Rani, Radha, Rani, Radha, Radha, Radha. Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Radha. Radha, Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, 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 Hey Krishna, Hey Krishna, 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 Hey Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Krishna. Oh, my Lord Krishna! 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 Radha! 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 Radha, Radha, Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Radha. Krishna, Krishna, Radha, 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 Krishna. Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Krishna, Radha, Radha, Krishna, Radha, Krishna. Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Krishna Radha, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna. Radha Krishna, 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 Krishna. What a name. Shh. Don't show anybody. Shh. Secret. Shh. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. What a bullshitter, Maya. She's good, man. She's very good. But not as good as the supreme, absolute, eternal truth. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Let's see here. Bhagavad Gita. We got to go to the advanced books here. Advanced book, Bhagavad Gita as it is. Continuing on with transcendental knowledge. Translation. Oh, music is on. Okay. Translation. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Jesus Christ. All glories to the assembled devotees. It should be off now. Let's see. Yeah. So. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Bluetooth
Hare
disconnected.
Krishna. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge. That ancient science of the relationship with the Supreme is today told by me to you, because you are my devotee as well as my friend. Therefore, you can understand the transcendental mystery of this science. See, it's a transcendental mystery because you're my devotee as well as my friend. Unless you're a devotee of a devotee, you cannot understand this transcendental science. That's why just by being a devotee of a real devotee, you're liberated. Krishna, Lord Chaitanya said, Krishna is eternal. See? Only Krishna is eternal. And Krishna's devotee is eternal. And the devotees of Krishna's devotee is eternal. See? And if you're not a devotee of a devotee, if you have a spiritual master and you don't feel yourself, I'm a devotee of my guru. Not only disciple, a devotee. I'm very devoted. You know how, and you know how I look at symptoms. When I see Lalita and Govinda, how they are devoted to their guru, and others, Janakis, and you know who you are out there. Noodles is getting it. understanding. See, you're becoming a devotee of your devotee. They're eternal also. They're my real devotees. See, Lord Chaitanya quoted, they're my real devotees. Oh, Ramananda Roy, Maharaj Pratapuruja has so much love for you. See, Ramananda Roy was like the guru of Pratapuruja Maharaj, even though he was king. See, you Vaidhi Bhaktas out there, you guys are going to die in your sins. You guys, I don't care, initiated by Prabhupada, you're going to die in your sins there. You and ISKCON, you ISKCON gurus, and you followers of those ISKCON, you're going to die in the sin of the false ego. They can't get rid of it, and you can't either, because you can't recognize a real devotee, man, who has the real mercy of the Lord. See? Maharaj Pratapuruja was a great king. Yeah, Radhanath, you're a great king. Narayan Maharaj gurus now, you're great kings here in the world. Can you recognize a real devotee? I don't think so. So you're going to die with the sin of the false ego. Yeah. Jesus came to test the world, didn't he? You Pharisees, look at this guy at the well. He's suffering and he believes in the Savior, in a real Savior, a real spiritual master, a real devotee of the Lord with real devotion. That person is saved, but not you. You're going to die in your false ego, man, because you don't believe in the word of a real devotee of the Lord sent here, empowered by the real God. You see, it's all bullshit, man. It's all a show. It's not real. Where's the reality of that? The reality of that is what I'm telling you. See, this is the conclusive truth. They didn't recognize Prabhupada yet. They need Shiksha. See? Therefore, they're like the Pharisees, man. They're going to die with the sin of the false ego. Because if you can't recognize God when he comes to the planet as guru, in the form of guru, you're not delivered. They come here to deliver people. That's why you see people are delivered here. Those who sincerely come and listen to the process, because, and get purified, become devotees of, of a spiritual master and real disciples. What happens? Oh, you're qualified to understand the transcendental mystery of this science, but not the Johans. Thank you for your service, Johan. I need a big fool like you to preach. It helps a lot. Thanks for being in that part. See? 6 years, still didn't understand the transcendental mystery of science because he didn't follow the process. This is a formula, a scientific formula. The science of self-realization. What's so hard to understand? It's science. See? It's just with, hey, Arjuna, you're my devotee and my friend. Therefore, you're qualified to understand the transcendental mystery of this science of devotional service, pure devotional service, without any mixtures. That's why the Christians, if they want to get purified, they're mixed in so many. I look at their qualities, and they're mixed in with oneness, wanting to be one with God, wanting mystic powers, wanting to be a big healer. Wannabes, want to be this, want to be a big leader. Want money, want to come to Krishna for they want money, wealth, jets, or the ISKCON devotees, or all of them. They all want usually name and fame and honor and respect and to be a big guru and important in this world, like the president. It's not, what's the difference between wanting to be president of the United States and wanting to be a big guru in ISKCON or any of these other groups? What's the difference, man? See? They want everything but big bhakti. They don't want big bhakti like Lalita has. They don't want big bhakti. They want big position. See? And they get it for this life, maybe, because Krishna, through his Maya, bewilders you. Oh, you want position, you want name and fame and all that. Okay, yeah. You came to Prabhupada for name and fame. You came to Bhakti Siddhanta for name and fame. Oh, yeah, well, there you go. It's temporary, my friends. It's temporary. Once you only have it for this life. And then you'll fade away in the minds of even your disciples because you're not real yet, man. You don't know what is real. You haven't proved in this world that you know is real. Anybody who didn't really recognize Prabhupada, didn't appreciate and love Prabhupada, or any real devotee in this world, is only they're just temporary. They didn't understand. Even though you took initiation, look at Ramachandra Puri. He took initiation from a Rasic devotee like Prabhupada. Okay? Ramachandra Puri wanted to teach his guru. That's why these guys translating Prabhupada's book, they want to teach Prabhupada. Prabhupada's not here to defend himself, right? So we'll defend him. Yeah, you guys are bullshit, man. You if you didn't dare to do this when Prabhupada was here to rewrite his books and all that stuff and give your own ideas in there. You didn't dare to do it. Now you do because he's not here to defend himself, right? See, that's why all you get is a big position. A lot of these guys who translate now, they're gurus, like that Jaya Dwaita or something. He's a guru, man. Big false ego. They look at the guy, he's going to take that with him. When he dies, he takes his big false ego there, and he's going to go before Prabhupada and said, you see, I translated your books, I made disciples and all that. And Prabhupada will say, go away from me, I don't know you. You're not my real disciple. You changed my books. You have no real devotion, and you didn't go to where the real where the real disciples are, the real devotees who got Prabhupada's mercy are. Maybe this is the only place I've seen. The real mercy of the line is ecstatic devotion. I haven't seen that anywhere. It wasn't in the Narayan Raj group, wasn't in the Radhakund Babaji's. I just saw that one disciple, Venanta Das Babaji, just proudly sitting on a palanquin, getting fanned and going. And my ex-wife is very impressed. I wasn't impressed with that. I see nothing but pride everywhere in Vaishnavism. And they worship pride as pure bhakti. But while we're here on my watch, that's going down, man. That's going down. Because that's the big obstacle of the false ego. Pride, competition with the real devotee, what the God brothers had with Prabhupada, competition and pride. Okay? That's and jealousies. See? They're jealous of their benefactors. Can you imagine? And they call themselves gurus. You're pieces of shit, man, as far as I'm concerned. You have no matter, man. And I'm here to prove I can call you a piece of shit because that's what you are. You're dirt, man. The realizations my devotees get, wow, I'm really dirty, like one devotee said. Now that's good. See, that's great. Now, until you guys admit that, like Maharaj Putra, look at this. Ramananda Roy is such a great soul. Okay? I love this person. Okay? And Lord Chaitanya said, because Maharaj Putra had so much love for you. See, you're his guru. You are a Rasic devotee. You have my mercy. Because he has so much mercy, so much love for you, Krishna will certainly have mercy upon him. Isn't that the way it works? That's the formula. See, that's the formula. You can understand the transcendental mystery. See, like Lalita and Govinda, they understand the transcendental mystery. Look at Janaki. She understands the transcendental mystery. Okay? Those who love a devotee is a devotee of a devotee. Is the real devotee of Lord Chaitanya. See, that you can see Lalita and Govinda have real devotion for Krishna, right? Because they're devotees of devotees. You see, we follow the formula. We preach the formula. We shout the formula. We scream it from the rooftops like Jesus said to do. Whether they ask for it or not, the truth is going to be preached. To the ends of this earth. Like Jesus said, to the ends of the earth. See? We can do it now. We have the technology, man. We have Facebook Live. We got YouTube. We got Twitch. Twitching. Anybody twitching yet? Christians often quote Jesus, whatever you want, ask in my name. That gives a lot of room for filling. Yeah, exactly. Whatever you want, they're just. Yeah, that's like, isn't that Bhagavi? That's a pious person. You come to Jesus, you believe in Jesus, you believe in Krishna, right? You come before the deity, and you're one of the four pious types. They come to the Lord for money or some material thing. Make me a big healer, even. I want to be a big healer like you, Jesus. So, okay, you're a pious guy. You're not a transcendental person. You're not engaged in pure devotional service. You don't have that gift of Lord Chaitanya. Because once you get a taste for that, that's all you want. You just purely want the Lord. You know, you realize, oh, that's my real happiness. Happiness is not in a girl or a man or in children. Real happiness, come on, you can go through that thing and see, oh yeah, that's just a material, thing, procreation, desire for that and all that. But really, what my happiness, real happiness, is in transcendental loving service to the Lord. Feeding that Lord, just like Lilita was reading today. That's all what's happening inside, and tells you the mood of the Lord. Oh, you've given me the choicest food. See, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. You fed him regularly the choicest food. Hey there, Kamalakanta or David Beeman. This is the real truth of what is real Maha. The choicest food is what the Lord taught by his example, sitting on the laps of the ladies in there, and he was crying, and he stopped crying only when they chanted Hare Krishna, and then he felt peaceful. The opposite that comes here now is to chant Hare Krishna, and when he's really pleased, you start crying and laughing and all that stuff, and that's feeding him the choicest food. See, the name of God saturated with devotion, man. But spontaneous devotion, that's his gift. See, that's the choicest food. It's not just Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yeah, with this saturated with devotion. That's what we're here for, is to give the gift of devotion, nectar of devotion, man. It's nectar. It's the nectar that Krishna's looking for, man. He wants to give you as a gift so you can worship him as a devotee. See? But you got to follow the process, and come and you hear, get purified, and naturally become a devotee of a devotee. You see, without them, you would never be liberated. You would never get what you got. Ask the devotees who are devotees of devotees. They know. Otherwise, you'd have these bogus gurus, or they'd be, you'd be coming around. They're coming around all these people. I know the truth. I know the truth, and you're always unsatisfied, okay? Until you meet Krishna, who comes as the guru to deliver you. Lord Chaitanya, who comes as the guru to deliver you. Yeah, they've been accepted. The Lord says, yeah, that's my body. I possess it. Oh yeah, what is you you think it's only for a devotee that when they feel that the Lord is mine, he belongs to me. Krishna's thinking that, hey, this is my devotee. He belongs to me. He's mine. Now, this is my flute, man. My message is going to come through this particular flute, even though it's full of knots, not perfect materially. No. This flute is the one I'm using. Can you hear the song? Are you called to hear the song? Can you hear the tune of Krishna being blown through a certain flute, a very rare flute? Well, the gopis could. And if you get the mercy of the Krishna from within, you'll also recognize that word, that song, that truth. Okay? Otherwise, not. See? So the only fault with Johan is he's not a devotee of a devotee. See, he shows it. He said, oh, I'm not a devotee. I don't care about them. All of his group, we don't care about Gaur Das. We don't care about Lalita. We don't care about Fani and everything. Yeah, we're fine alone. We don't need, that's alone. That's called Mayavadi. They have no affection. Aparad. They're in aparad. Aparad means no affection for real devotees. That's a terrible place to be, because without affection for devotees, the Lord gives you what He gives even demons that He kills. Liberation. BFD. You have no service, no transcendental loving service to the Lord. Yeah. Because you have no affection for real Vaishnavas. Real Vaishnavas are in our Sangha. And if you start to really appreciate real Vaishnavas and their association and praise that, you've pleased Krishna. Now you're giving him the choicest food. You're giving him the choicest protection, being in the association of Vaishnavas. And that Krishna will grow up from that food and that protection. And then when he grows up, what does he do? Just what he said, in the story Lalita read this morning. He says, it's my duty not my duty, it's my pleasure to give you protection. You protected me. You brought me up. You see, you brought me up. Isn't it funny, these words? They're all about Krishna and what's in relation to Krishna, directly or indirectly. Everything is about Krishna. Everything is glorifying Krishna and the truth about Krishna. You brought me up, Mother. You brought me up You brought me up so well. See? You're coming to Sadhu Sangha. We're bringing Krishna up. See, up into looking at that baby and relishing that association, relishing looking at smelling the head of the baby. See? With devotion, awakening spontaneously, because we got twins. The devotion is Radha. See? The truth is Krishna. So we bring Krishna up with the truth, you see? We bring him up. We bring him up, you see? We bring up, we proclaim the truth. We proclaim the names. We proclaim real Guru Tattva. We blast falsity and the Mayic form of the false putanas and all that stuff. See, in relationship to the absolute truth, we're bringing Krishna up. We preach the real Bhagavatam, which is the highest truth. Chapter 1, second verse of the first canto. Chapter 1, the highest truth is reality. See, this highest truth, bringing the transcendental Lord up, only happens with the real devotee who brought Krishna up in himself. And that's Guru. How can you be Guru and you've never even brought Krishna up? The transcendental Krishna up. The arising of Krishna in the heart. See? Distinguish it from illusion. For the welfare of everybody. A big sannyasi can benefit from this preaching. What's so hard to understand? The universal transcendental truth. A Christian, if they listen and be, listen to the process, they can understand too. Go through the purification. Anybody, a person from the world. Look, we got Fanny's and then Amy's. They're understanding. Because they develop love for their guru, love for the truth, love for real devotees. And nobody else can understand. And still, you got to be coming inside. You got to be called to come inside. We're inside the Lord's heart. That Lord's heart is inside us. And if you don't like it, well, that's contamination, man. Yeah, and that's, and we're bringing Krishna up. You see, we bring the devotees up. They also grow up like Krishna's in you and you're a devotee. And also you're, like your bhakti may start small. It sprouts, you get bhakti, real bhakti lata bij that we give here and nobody else is giving in Vaishnavism. See, you get real bhakti lata bij like the books glorify. It sprouts, see, and in this association, The water that bhakti, and it starts to grow up in you. Then you start to relate to the process. You understand the process. Yeah. It's great, isn't it? Fantastic. Love it, man. Love it, love it. See, that very ancient science. See, ancient. This is eternal knowledge, man. This is transcendental knowledge. Bringing Krishna up. How to do that, man. You come to Sadhu Sangha. You listen to the transcendental glories of the Lord by real saints, man. Those who are sanctified by the transcendental Lord. And you hear the true science, this ancient science as it is. He takes away your unhappiness. When you start to hear this, man, you start to realize, wow, I was unhappy because of acting ignorantly in this world. I was unhappy because I went to people who had no Krishna bhakti. Oh, I was hanging out with mundane people, and no wonder I was unhappy. I didn't have a real guru, and you could be in ISKCON and your guru falls down, then you go to another guru, then they say, oh, well, now you can take shelter of Prabhupada, but you don't really do that, really. Okay, you have some faith and some piety and all that, but you don't understand Prabhupada. You don't, just by going to those gurus, you didn't understand. You need to meet the eternal guru. The relationship is eternal. Do you ever see, you going to see Govinda? Can you see them ever going anywhere else when you become fixed in this and the Lord trusts you? He gives you what they got. No matter what. They will never go away because they found the eternal path. Where are you going to go when you find the eternal path? Everything else is temporary in this world. Everything's going to go. And you found the eternal guru. Even at you drop the body, you still got the guru. The guru goes, you still got the guru. It's an eternal affair. Prabhupada said, when my guru disappeared, I never was bereft of his presence. All he had to do was think of him, and because devotion awoke in his heart, the love for his guru, his guru was always with him, and he said, I had never had any problems, and all my godbrothers had so many problems. So many of them, the leaders, left and went to the Radhakund Babajis. Isn't that funny? You leave the real line, you go to Radhakund. Yeah. And see, my ex-wife did the same friggin' thing, and look, she can't even figure out her mistake like they did. See, Prabhupada said, I never lost faith in my guru. He loved to see, because he was a real devotee of a devotee, man. That's why the Lord chose him to understand. He was qualified to understand the real transcendental science, even though he didn't preach it fully, just like Jesus said, I have more to tell you, but you can't bear it. Well, Prabhupada's basically said the same thing. I have more to tell you. Matter of fact, Chaitanya Leela and the teachings there, more to tell you, but you can't bear it right now. That's postgraduate. An acharya will arise at some point by the will of Krishna, and you'll be darn lucky if it happens in your lifetime. And it is happening in many of even his followers' lifetime, and they still don't see it. They don't see what is plainly obvious. Because we're teaching Chaitanya Charitamrita. Must be pretty good, because real devotion, like back then, is awakening in the Vaishnavas here who take our message seriously. The message coming here from the real Krishna, that Lord Chaitanya's amazing grace is still available. This preaching is wrong of Narayan Raj. Hey, man, I got to call a spade a spade. It's wrong that it takes many lifetimes to attain Krishna Prem. Why? No, because it's this lifetime, because we have that grace. We have Lord Chaitanya's amazing grace to transmit and purify people quickly so that they can get Prema Bhakti in this life like it was 550 years ago. Can I hear a hallelujah on that one? Then I hear a Jai Prabhu like on that one. It's so funny. Just glorify the truth with gusto, right, Lolita? She loves it too. She even says, I don't give a shit. I may commit an offense just preaching to these faithless Vaidhi Bhaktas, but I want to do it. See, she can do it if she wants. I had to take, I'm warmed up here, man. In the batter box, man. Oh, I love these. That Bhagavad Gita is so inspiring, man. That ancient science of the relationship with the Supreme. The relationship with the Supreme. But you gotta you gotta know that you're not this body, you're the transcendental body. But that body is in relationship to the supreme absolute truth, such an Ananda form of God. See, that's why you got to get purified here. You got to meet a mature devotee who their Satchitananda form is awakened and matured and in relationship with that supreme personality of Godhead. So much so the Lord uses them in a clear transmission of the absolute truth. And that is as it is. See, that ancient science as it is has to be preached again by a living devotee. Because if it isn't, how are you going to be purified? What's the proof of that? Look at ISKCON. Look at Gaudiya Smriti. Look at the Radhika. They don't have this ecstatic devotion. That's how you know they're not obviously preaching properly, correctly, to get the desired result. But we are. So where is the real authority, people? Hey, is there any ISKCON devotee that has a little brain in there because of Krishna's grace giving you a brain? Can you see where is the real authority? Let's forget about being offensive. Forget about Gohari being offensive. Let's just analyze the truth, man. Where's the real authority in Krishna consciousness? Obviously, it's one who chants the holy name with great ecstatic devotion. Well, how do you know it's real devotion? Well, other people are witnessing. They're getting it and saying, wow, this is so fantastic. Wow, my life has changed and transformed. If you're still not getting it, you must be associating with these bozo gurus too much. Because that's not even intelligent. See, what are you, brainwashed or something? Brainwashed and conditioned by worshiping Putanas as your authority? That's a Putana, man. If you got no ecstatic devotion, you're imitating the residents of Vrindavan, and that's Putana. She was imitating the residents of Vrindavan. Are you doing that, Radhanath and Jaipataka, or are you Narayan Raja? Are you imitating residents of Vrindavan? Can you prove that you're not? We prove it every day that we're not. You can't preach like this. You can't understand like this. You can't understand this transcendental mystery even. So you guys are following the path of Putana and Ramachandra Puri. You're trying to teach the teacher, but you can't do it. You can't get the desired result of devotion to Krishna that Lord Chaitanya brought 550 years ago, but we get that desired result. See, that is the ultimate desired result, is love of Krishna. That's where the authority is. Whoever is doing that in the world is an acharya and is arisen by the will. See, the will of Krishna has ordained it. And that's what's going on here. That's why you see Prabhupada came to this Gaur Das and said, has my approval, teaching Chaitanya Leela. That's what I was doing. You're doing exactly what I want you to do, teaching the real principles of Chaitanya's Shiksha. That's why Bhaktivinoda is doing backflips, loving this preaching here. He says, I wish I could preach this openly, but people don't understand. But sometime in the future, people will preach the real preaching of Lord Chaitanya. He put it in his books, and we extract those conceptions out of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's books. See, and preach that. And whoever hears that preaching and begins to have faith in that preaching, because if you don't have faith in the preaching of the real science of Krishna consciousness as it is, you have no faith in the real Krishna. You have faith in the bullshitters out there, the Jaipatakas and the Radhanaths and the Narayam Rajas and those who are not preaching the real science of Krishna consciousness. That's just it. See? You're still less intelligent because you can't see that we're getting the desired result of love of Krishna in our Sangha and you're not believing in it. God is saying, can't you see? Can't you see that my hand, my divine hand is on this Sangha? Can't you see that this is my work? God's work is to bestow devotion on the people of Kali Yuga because that's what I do as Lord Chaitanya back then. And now, again, revival of this transcendental path again. And wherever you see my work, which is the awakening of ecstatic devotion, that's where God is, Krishna is, Lord Chaitanya is. And every other place where that's not happening, the Lord is like, oh, I'm not going there. They're not giving me the choicest food, the name of Krishna saturated with ecstatic devotion. I'll go over to Lord Chaitanya's Amazing Grace place there, where there's a Lalita and there's a Govinda and there's a Janaki and all these other people who come regularly and like to be here and feel a part of this. See, because the Lord is a part of this, and you want to be a part of this, and you're not going to go back to Godhead? I don't think so. You're definitely going back to Godhead. The Lord will drag you there if he has to, simply because you want to be a part of this. You want to be a wannabe? Don't want to be a big acharya like these guys. Want to be dragged to Vrindavan. That's the thing. Wanting to be a dog here in this Sangha. Yeah. And then the Lord will take you to the choicest place, and have intimate, eternal relationship with him, okay? And the devotees in Vrindavan. You want to be something? Want to be that, a devotee of Vrindavan, by following the real path. Because wanting to be this glory that Jaipataka and Radhanath have, and even Narayam Raj in that group, is only for this life. They didn't make it. Their followers didn't make it. I don't care what you think. None of them can prove that they have the mercy of the Lord. Because one of you followers proved that you got external devotion from Narayan Raj. One of you. But you'll have to look like a Lalita, or a Govinda. The only one I told you that has something is that Prem Parojana, but that guy had it. He needs this kind of shiksha to move on. He still believes in the Narayan Raj. And that's the problem, man. Why do you believe in somebody that didn't show anything, didn't prove anything, didn't transmit it to anybody? All in the name of Raganuga. I'm sorry, man. This is truth is no respecter of persons, man. You're either in the truth or you're in the lie, man. Are you a real resident of Vrindavan or not? You prove that somebody is a recipient of that mercy. You should have out of 1,000 disciples, 3 or 4. Look, we just got a handful of people here. We got 4 or 5. See, nobody analyzes properly, intelligently, because they're less intelligent. Yeah. Yeah, you see how Janaki's statement there? It's just perfect. It's in alignment. Yeah. See, I want to love Guru like Lalita Ganga. See, that's see, like Ramananda Roy was loved by Mars Prataparudra. See, and I want to love Krishna like my Guru. You see, like that's how the mercy is gotten. See, you acknowledge and you praise the role models. That's why you see Lalita is very friendly with people who are committed and dedicated to this path. So if you become like that, these advanced devotees will like to be around you, man. They will help you. All right, what other things can we extract from here? Yeah, The ancient science of the relationship with the Supreme is today told by me. See, it's a science. Don't you want to have this relationship? It's a science. See, Krishna is transcendental, right? He's Satchidananda. He could teach this. A real guru is used by Krishna and Satchidananda, and they can teach even Bhagavad Gita properly, as it is, as a science. But those gurus, if they're not Satchidananda and they're not transcendentally situated, which I haven't seen one really that has the grace of Lord Chaitanya, which we need. See? Then you can't teach this transcendental science. See? You have to have, when you have a real spiritual master now, it's the Lord teaching you through that devotee, through that flute. See? And then it's like Arjuna. See? It's just, you see, wow, this ancient science is now revealed by my guru today. Not before, not with these kind of gurus. No. Yeah, the Narayan Raj people even, they think Radhe, Radha Kumbha, Radhe, Rupa, and they memorize all these things, but they don't know the ancient science. See? Because their guru couldn't teach it to them. Doesn't matter how many words you use of Rupa. Look at how they speculate on Prabhupada's books. You speculate on the Goswami books and everything, and then you teach, oh, it's by austerity, like Narayan Raj taught. It's by austerity that you attain Krishna. It's by renunciation you attain Krishna. It's by sadhana siddha. See, because he didn't have the real mercy he could transmit like we do. Why would I preach? Oh, it's by sadhana siddha. By you hey, you Fanny, you got to do a sadhana siddha trip. You got to renounce the world first so you can get a little bit of ruchi and all of that. We just cut to the chase. We take out all the fluff and we got Lord Chaitanya's mercy. Hey, man, I'm going to preach that because it's very true. What I say is true, man. It's the ancient science of devotional service on steroids because of Lord Chaitanya's grace and his mercy in this Kali Yuga. How come Narayan Raj couldn't preach that? How come he didn't know that? See? Because it wasn't revealed to him. He has to be a devotee of a devotee, but he's gone now. How about you followers out there? You ready to become a devotee of a real devotee who proves that they're actually empowered by the real Krishna? And if you're not, you're going to die in the false ego, of thinking that you got to go through many lifetimes before you get prema, and it will be so because you believe that, because your guru believes that, and any of your followers will believe that, and it'll be many lifetimes for all of you before you attain Krishna. That's the hard way. Or you can just go to the devotees who have attained Krishna and love for Krishna. It's right in your face. We're screaming it right in your face. We're showing you, the Lord is showing, so therefore we're showing because it's been authorized to get this ball rolling in Vaishnavism. Because the ball ain't going anywhere. There's no game, man. The ball is just sitting there. You ever seen a football or a baseball on the ground? It's not being passed around. That's the Krishna. He's such an Ananda ball, and nobody can play ball. They're all idol worshiping idols, idling away their time, worshiping gurus who can't deliver them, got no ecstasy. They're all servants of Putana. The false resident of Vrindavan, they serve her, and they serve Kalya by speaking bullshit and speculations because they're not real devotees with real devotion, pure devotion. So that little ball of Satchidananda is sitting on the ground and there's no game, no baseball, no football. Nobody can kick that ball. They don't have the power because they're idolaters. Idol worshippers. Your guru is an idol without ecstatic devotion. You're wasting your friggin' time. The whole point of the Krishna consciousness movement is to meet the real guru who has a real spiritual potency to awaken that Lord in the heart. And he knows all of that. And you can know too. You're not going to get this from Sadhguru. You're not going to get this from Eckhart Tolle. You're not going to get this from Tony Robbins. And those gurus say that one guru goes to Tony Robbins to learn how to preach to people. Acharya Dev goes to school and gets a PhD so he can preach to people, preach to intelligent people with a degree. They don't have it. They don't understand. Just like a Christian. I used to go, these Christians, they say, oh, I got to go to theological school to preach about Jesus so I can impress people with my degree. And that guy is not a real Christian. The Lord, through the devotee, does not need any degree, any bunch of GBC clerks sitting around saying, this guy, you're authorized. All he needs is a high degree of devotional ecstatic worship. Mature. See? That's his degree. And most can't see that because nobody showed that. Nobody is taught that. Because out of thousands of those gurus, there's not even one there that I saw that has this kind of bhakti. And out of thousands and millions of their followers, not even one will have devotion because their gurus don't have it. How can you get this bhakti in association, in unfavorable association? No, you need favorable association started with a real guru. You get purified, you get love of Krishna, and then you can understand this ancient science as it is. See? Revealed by that guru today because you're a devotee and a friend of that guru. That is the process. You don't follow that, you missed the mark. So you get the mark of the beast. You want the mark of the beast. You don't want the mark of the beast. Krishna's Maya is so beastly. He's so beastie. See? And Krishna is bestie. He's your bestie. We teach the bestie here, not the beastie. You want the beastie? Go to ISKCON, man. Go to Narayan Raj. Go to Radhakund Babaji. They're all beastie still. They can't get out of you. They're trying to climb into the kingdom of God some other way. They got to go through the door. The door is the real representative of Lord Chaitanya. Can you see that, anybody? And anybody's eyes opening yet? No? Okay, well, it gives us another day of preaching, man. I love it, man. Hey, man, I don't care. It'll happen when it'll happen, but the result and the increase is up to Krishna. And in the meantime, I'm going to happily preach about the glories, right? Isn't it nice, Lalita and everybody else preaching? It's just so nice to belt out, to smack Maya, to to glorify the absolute truth while we're in this world, to roar it, to relish it, to taste it, and just manifest it in this world, even though it's dark here. This is the only light that I've seen, is the glorification of this ancient science of Krishna consciousness as it is, not as it isn't. One might question, where is the mercy if nearly no one recognizes the real path? Thus stay the atheists out of religion, in or out of religion. My question, where is the real mercy? The real mercy is here. Nearly no one. Well, what do you mean nearly no one? Look, we got 13 people watching. People watch the replays. People are getting delivered here. Prabhupada said, if I could deliver one person, if one person can become Krishna consciousness, my life would be a success. My life is a success many times over, and we're not slowing down, man. One by one, they're coming here. That's just how it is, man. It's all prophecy, man. Many are called and few are chosen, and those few become more and more and more. I started with no one, man, or just a couple people, and some gone. Many left and come and go. Yeah. But this, you see, the mercy increases. Vaidis know about our guru. If I express his name, they start to spit. That's good. That's their purification. See, they spit, which the poison has to come out, man. You know, where these Vaidis, who are they worshiping? They're spitting because they're worshiping these gurus. It shows you they're poisoned. They're being poisoned by these gurus. These gurus are not self-realized. They are not pleasing Prabhupada. I don't care what you say, people say. No, they're not pleasing Prabhupada by misrepresenting the absolute truth, by being worshipped. Why would Prabhupada like idol worship? Why would he recognize I would never follow. I would just stay with Jesus and the Bible if I believe that. Why would I? At least Moses said, "Thou shalt not put any idols before me." When you put a real guru before Krishna, which actually you should do at first, because you know why? You don't know who the real Krishna is. That's the problem. See? So that's why Krishna says conclusively, those who it's better to worship my devotee than even myself. See, because you don't know the real self of Krishna. The devotee reveals that. And then you become qualified and purified to worship that real self, to know that Krishna by the mercy of Guru. By the mercy of Krishna, you get such a Guru first. Eric's back. Okay. Do you watch the replays, Eric, or you just drop in? I'm curious. Do you go like days and days and then watch, or do you watch the replays? I'm curious. Let me know. Give me an answer. See, because you are my devotee as well as my friend. I could preach that to the end of my days, and that's, if somebody gets that after 10 years of preaching, you just saved a soul. See, because if you really understand that verse, then you'll go to the real devotee who is used by the real Krishna and get purified, and naturally you'll become a devotee of that guru, because the real Krishna is coming as that guru and through that guru to deliver you, and you'll know that. This is universal, because it's only because of lack of purification we don't know that. Oh, Krishna is just speaking the absolute truth that's relative and to everybody. It's not relative to everybody and in relation to everybody because of Maya. Maya doesn't let you believe in these truths or understand these truths. You got to come here to understand these truths. You got to get purified to understand these truths. I just spontaneously pop in because of my Facebook account is suspended. Spontaneously pop in. Let's see this. That's, what that shows me, Eric? This isn't your life. Not yet. You just spontaneously pop in. It's like, just pop in, say hi. I can only come here to YouTube. Yeah, well, YouTube's always there. I'm always broadcasting on YouTube. But you still don't come that often, man. You just pop in spontaneously. I have to watch at least probably 50% and do replays, repeat lives if I need be, the information I would like to review. Yeah, good. That's serious. That's dead. I'm working on it. Okay, great, good. So purport: there are two classes of men, namely the devotee and the demon. The Lord selected Arjuna as a recipient of this great science, owning to becoming the devotee of the Lord. But for the demon, it is not possible to understand this great mysterious science. So isn't that interesting? There's two classes, Prabhupada says, the devotee and the demon. So what's that saying, man? That most are actually demons in this world. See, that's why I say if you don't admit you're a demon, I admit it. I come from a demoniac family, man. I don't care how good your family is. You're classified as a demon until you're a devotee with devotion. There's some demon in you. This is why. Look at Daksha. He was at heavenly planets, right? He was a demigod. See, but he couldn't recognize Shiva as a real devotee of Krishna, and he got punished for it. Look at Jarasandha. He was considered a demon, even though he worshipped Vishnu and followed the rules and regulations even better than any of these Vaidhi Bhaktas or even gurus. But he was considered a demon simply because he went against Krishna, who came from Vrindavan. See, transcendental Krishna. See? So it's not enough to be in the mode of goodness. It's not enough to follow the rules and regulations perfectly. And he did. And it's not enough to give charity to Brahmins. That's what he did. He says right there in the scripture, he was considered a demon simply because he went against Krishna, the real Krishna. So there's a little demon in everybody. Can you admit it? If you're serving Putana like these gurus are, because they're false representatives of Vrindavan, isn't that Putana? She was a false representative of Vrindavan. She was not a real devotee of Vrindavan. And she went in there and acted like that, just like these gurus are acting like residents of Vrindavan. It's not really true. Only a resident of Vrindavan can deliver you to Vrindavan. Now only a real resident can do that. And then if you're delivered, you'll have the ecstatic emotions that the Vrindavan residents have, like some of the devotees here. Proof is in the pudding, and we prove it. Therefore, the Lord's hand is on our work and not on theirs. So what are you doing over there when you could be here? Just logic. Okay. Well, because you don't come here and listen and follow the process and believe in this process, and therefore you can't understand this transcendental science. What is Freddie saying? We pop in every 2 or 3 times. Yeah, he's just cutting a joke. Yeah. 2 classes. And do you notice what is the story of Prahlad? Prahlad was preaching to the demons, right? So there's a little, and that's the thing is you can change. See, if you're adverse to the Lord, that's demoniac. You're adverse to the transcendental Lord. Well, that's not. This is Kali Yuga. Welcome to Kali Yuga. Most are demons anyway. And if you're a devotee, then you come very easily here, get purified very quickly. And then manifest the transcendental symptoms of being saved. The Holy Spirit, you worship by the spirit of devotion. Okay? Otherwise, there's a little demon in you. And if you can't admit that, see, we force you to show that. You may not admit it to yourself, but we know. Oh, you're adverse to this preaching? Oh, there's a little demon in you, man. Yeah. We come here. We'll exorcise that demon out of you so you can become a devotee. See? So it doesn't matter. All you have to do, whether you're a demon or a demigod type, doesn't matter. If you come into the association of devotees, you become qualified to go to the kingdom beyond the demigods in the mode of goodness. You're qualified to go beyond liberation, this oneness with God. Okay? Nobody else. Sanatana Goswami says in Brihat Bhagavatamrita that in the spiritual world, like Vaikuntha, from there are both demons and demigods. Why? Because all you have to do is believe in the transcendent, whether you're a demon or a demigod type, doesn't matter. If you believe in the message of a person here to deliver people the ancient science as it is, and you come and you get purified to the point where you become a real devotee of your spiritual master naturally, because you'll see, I am being delivered. Contamination rolls off. See, and then devotion awakens. The Lord is pleased with you because you're on the real path. You become dedicated and committed to the real path. Then devotion awakens in your heart. And then whether you're a demon or demigod, you're qualified to go into the kingdom of God because you're a real devotee. Like Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj was a real devotee. He had real devotion. Krishna came to see him. He wasn't like Jarasandha. Jarasandha saw Krishna, I hate you. He was contaminated with the demon thing, even though he's worshiping according to the rules and the regulations and not lying according to the mode of goodness and all that. But he had the deal breaker lie. He was not affectionate for Krishna. He didn't have transcendental affection for Krishna. But Bali Maharaj did. Bali Maharaj is also a demon. We don't even know if he followed the rules and regulations, but he's a demon. But Krishna appeared before him and showed he was a devotee, naturally. See? When Krishna is ready to deliver you, he comes as a spiritual master. See, chapter 1 of Adi Leela, on the spiritual master. He comes as a spiritual master to deliver the devotees. See? So there's not so many devotees now in this Kali Yuga. So now we're going to deliver some demons. But you got to have preaching like this. Bold, fearless, strong, indomitable, right? Thor's hammer of truth has to come down on this world. Balaram's club, and it's a big one, has to smash, right? Sudarshan Chakra has to come and cut the speaking of bullshitters. See? Strong preaching. Choppers and spades first. Right? Madhavinda Puri said, let's get the demon is the deity, and that's you guys, you gurus, you followers of you gurus, the weeds, the anarthas. See? The jungle growth is all around the deity. See, and our little group, our little village here, have come with choppers and spades and scissors to give you a haircut, man. Cut that, let's get rid of this jungle growth so the real deity can be exposed. See, that's preaching the ancient science. That's why Prabhupada said we shouldn't even preach this in his purport in Bhagavad Gita. We should not even preach this in this Kali Yuga. It is so bad here, but we take the risk to do that. You don't think, I'm taking the risk to preach what shouldn't be preached in this Kali Yuga, but I got my orders. I'm just following orders. Andromeda, where are you? What's going on with you? He's just joking. What's the problem? I think you're being triggered. Andromeda, you just being triggered. Freddie is just joking around, man, So anyway, this is one thing. You got to come to acknowledging your triggers, because if you're, like Lalita, when she gets triggered, she acknowledges she gets triggered. You're being triggered here by that. He's just joking around. You're getting purified in that way. You got to look at that. This is the problem. Devotees, they keep projecting things. They don't look. Why am I triggered? You got to analyze your state of consciousness. You got to come to a point of neutrality and say, ooh, why am I like this? Why am I responding like this? This is actually healthy for progressing. This is the whole problem with most ISKCON devotees. They can't process. They can't see. They just project their triggers. That's why this devotee who said, Lord Chaitanya has no devotion. He's just talking about himself, you know. No, he's got no devotion. His Lord Chaitanya in himself, is not awakened, man. So he's got no devotion. He's just projecting. All these people are just yeah. Yeah. So for the demon, it is not possible to understand this transcendental science. Prabhupada says. See, it's true. So whether you're for the demigods, even they can't understand this transcendental science either. They got to become a devotee of an empowered devotee, man. That is here to if you come here to this sangha, you and follow the process and get purified and just naturally become a devotee of a devotee. Become a real disciple, sincere, all of that. You'll understand this transcendental science. Why? Because devotion will awaken in you, and that gives you the qualification to understand this transcendental science. Otherwise, you can't understand it. See? You become Bhagavad Gita 10. By following the process taught here, you become Bhagavad Gita 10:10 in person, personified. To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, I give them the real understanding. I give them transcendental science, transcendental knowledge. Okay? Because you follow the real path taught here. So if you follow this word, you'll see it works. By the witnesses are standing up. Yes, it works. Otherwise, you're going to follow their word. It doesn't work, man. Nobody's got the ecstatic devotion you see here. This is where Lord Chaitanya is. This is where the real disciplic succession is. This is where it is, for God's sakes, especially yours as a devotee. You want real devotion? Well, this is where it's happening, man. You want rules, regulations, and ceremonial worship on the level of Vaidhi for your whole life, and you want to die like that? Then you stay where you are. It's not destiny for you to progress. But this message is going into all sanghas, into the world. Anybody can come here, and this is applicable to everybody. You can, I don't care. This will give you true knowledge, true completion, true understanding. You'll find the real treasure of life, the pearl of great price that Jesus was talking about. So are you feeling called? Ask, if you're feeling called, then that's God in your own heart leading you here. And you're very fortunate. And you'll see that you're very fortunate, like the ones who are seeing that follow this process. Freddie purposely projected his trauma and triggers on me to process family crap for him. I know what the fuck is going on, and it's gross to attempt to curse people. I use triggers to clear up the crap. Okay, what is Freddie actually saying, actually? Okay. Freddie, what is he saying? What kind of mischief is he into here? Freddie says, one might question, is the mercy if no one... I don't know, maybe I'm not seeing all his comments. Okay, anyway. All right. Anyway, it'll all work out. There are a number of editions of this book incoming. See, there are a number of editions of this great book of knowledge, and some of them have commentaries by devotees, and some of them have commentaries by demons. Commentation by devotees is real, whereas that of the demons is useless. So, yeah, and Prabhupada said in this Krishna consciousness movement, there are many envious persons. Many people came for other motives. See, they're not real devotees. See, they're demons. They follow the path of demons. That's why you see the principalities, the false imitators that go into Vrindavan, and they're not real residents. Well, that's demoniac. That's why you see Johann is not a real resident. If you believe I'm a real intimate servant of Vishaka, it's bullshit. It's a demoniac thing. He's serving the demons. So in a sense, he's identifying as a demon. Now, only a demon would do that. A demon is adverse to a real guru preaching real Krishna consciousness. A demon wants to destroy and wants to curse the real devotees, right? So that's demonic. What he's showing is demoniac. And that goes for anybody. Goes for any of these gurus or followers or anything. If you go against where Satchidananda is, and that's here in our Sangha, then that's demoniac, man. You got a little demon inside you, needs to be exorcised. And this is the only way, man. You know, all those curses that you put towards the real devotees here have to be counteracted by glorifying those devotees and their preaching, you know, and you becoming an example of that mercy. Otherwise, you stay here. You'll come back. You'll cry, Lord, Lord, before Prabhupada, and they'll say, I don't know. Go away. Depart from me. I don't know you. You don't know me. I don't know you. You know? So that's just how it is. It's always like that. You know? You come here. This is a chance for you to get to know the real Prabhupada, the real Bhakti Siddhanta, the real Bhakti Vinod, the real Rupa Goswami. You know? The real Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda and their real followers and their real mission. I don't know any other place that's like this. This is rare. So those who are called, they will hear this preaching. Otherwise, it's just great to just preach this, you know, preach these truths. Yeah, I like that. The real master is the real mast. Okay? The real mast is solid on the boat, right? If you're not a real spiritual master, that's why Jesus said, if you don't come through the door, oh, no. All those who came before me, he said, are like hirelings. You know, they're not really real. They're not the real deliverers, and they run away. See? Because they don't care about the devotees. They don't care about the flock. That's all these gurus. Many of the ones that are not here anymore, they didn't care. You know, did Rameshwar care about anybody? He just left, man. Took a bunch of money and his girlfriend or whatever he did. Yeah, all of these guys. Some were pedophiles. What do you care about? You know, you're a pedophile and you're you use your disciples like you know, homosexual stuff and all that. You actually care, and people still worship that guy. Can you believe it, man? Unbelievable. Yeah, you got Radhanath paying obeisances to that guy who did the New Vrindavan temple, whatever that was. See, these guys, they're not who they are, man. They're not who they're portraying. Yeah. Okay, what else we got here? See, we have commentaries, and some of them have commentaries by the demons. Commentation by devotees is real, whereas that is of the demons is useless. And when you're in a false position as guru, and you're not self-realized, and with your speculations on Krishna consciousness is useless. You know what is useless? It doesn't get the desired result of love of Krishna. So that commentation that you see in ISKCON, these ISKCON gurus, where's the love of God resulting in that? Where's the result of all the talk that Narayan Raj did? Where is it? Where is the result of devotion to Krishna? Nowhere to be seen. Radhakumbha, I didn't see anything. Where's the result of that? I don't care how many thousands of you or millions of you are glorifying the falsity of that. It's false, man. It's false. It's not real. The commentaries, so many commentaries Narayan Raj gave, so many of these gurus giving classes, their commentaries, their comments they're making on Krishna consciousness. It's useless. You know why? The Lord's saying they're not devotees. They're not my real devotees. They're not my real representatives. They're not my real flute, my Vrindavan flute. Therefore, that's useless. I only recognize my real devotees, unalloyed devotees, who worship me for love, real love, pure love. See, so useless and useful. The commentaries of devotees in the real books, if they're made by real devotees, is useful. But poison is injected in there when these non-friggin' devotees have no real pure devotion and claim to have it, preach it, and speculate. See? They poison the commentaries, right? Like Kalya takes that river of water of Kata, Hari Kata, and they poison it with their speculative preaching. Johann poisons, and these crews poison. See? Because they're not real devotees. Their commentaries are useless. See? Useless. Useful is commentaries from real devotees, especially that's why you need the living devotees to read, to transmit, to comment on the book Bhagavat written by a real devotee. See? That's useful commentary. See? That awakens the Lord and nourishes the real Lord, brings that Lord up, you see? Brings the Lord up in you so you can get darshan of Krishna. That's proof is in the pudding when you're with a real guru preaching the confidential message of the Godhead. Otherwise, useless, man. That's why you see they get the Vaidhi Bhakti path. These devote millions of Vaishnavas and ISKCONs and all that, but they die Vaidhi Bhaktas. For years, they don't really advance because it's basically useless until you come to this teaching. If you come to this teaching, that was useful. But if you die in that external bhakti and all that, you didn't make it yet. You have to have the awakening of pure love of God, man. The gift of Lord Chaitanya. That is the only practical path, man. Everything else is useless. All these useless paths. It's useless to go to these gurus, man. When this is, if that's all you got, fine. But that's not all you got. We got this path. But Gauri, I don't believe in this path that you're teaching. Well, what can we do? What, should I stop preaching? Because you, Mr. Idiot, don't believe in such a great, pristine, wonderful, empowered, truthful path? You think I should stop preaching because you're a stupid fool, an idiot, because you follow these idiots? You follow these idiotic persons claiming to be residents of Vrindavan but aren't? Radramana, see, you can't really listen, Radramana, because you're triggered and up in all that stuff still. Yeah, I'm preaching and preaching, and you're still on Freddy. Anyway, it is what it is. David Beeman says, Kamalakanta speaks. If you know where the Ma is, tell me now. Yes, here it is. Here it is. Kamalakanta, David Beeman. Here it is. Here's the Maha. This is Maha. See? Maha. You know what Maha is, David? You see, this is the problem. You only know Maha. This is your problem. Listen carefully here. Just for 1 minute. That's all. Okay? You know Maha. Maha is food offered to the deity. When a devotee eats it, it's called Maha. You're here to learn Maha. See? So the devotee is eating the food. See? And you get it here. You're getting Maha. That's your only deficiency. You don't know what Maha is. Okay? So that's the essence of the problem. See, commentation by the devotees is real. Devotee is a devotee, not in name only. I'm a devotee, you see my doty. I'm a devotee, see my doty. I'm a devotee, see my devotee. And you got all the neophytes saying, wow, they chime in. He's a devotee, see his doty. He's a devotee, see his doty. See, I'm a devotee. I eat maharotis. That was for you, David Beeman. I'm a devotee. I eat mahamoti rotis. But Kamalakanta, you need maharotis. Oh, okay. Well, good. All right. You're a multitasker there. Good. Yeah. See, devotion, your devotee has spontaneous devotion. That's a real devotee. We do everything in the pure sense. Don't you like the pure sense? Yeah. 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 So any commentary on the Gita following in the footsteps of Arjuna is the real devotional service to cause of this great science. See, isn't this commentary following in the footsteps? Analyze. Am I giving a commentary, or are we giving a commentary here? I can't do it on my own. See, are we giving in a commentary following in the footsteps of Arjuna? You notice? Remember, I told you got to be following the footsteps of Arjuna. You got to become a devotee of a devotee. Then you become naturally qualified to understand the mystery of this transcendental science. See, this commentary is following in the line, in the footsteps of Arjuna. See, you're following in the footsteps of Arjuna. See, you got to follow in the footsteps of the residents of Vrindavan. See, how did they do it? Oh, yeah, they associated with each other. They associated with real devotees. See, that's what you're doing here. Associating with real devotees. You're following the footsteps of the residents of Vrindavan. See? They're not following the footsteps in ISKCON. They're not following in the footsteps of the residents of Vrindavan because they're associating with Putana. See, she's not a real devotee. They're those who are they're serving the Putana principality. If you're not a real resident of Vrindavan with the ecstatic worship of Krishna, like you see here, and this is the only place I've seen, then you're Putana. You're a follower of Putana. You know, and your followers are following a servant of Putana who still has the demon inside you. See? You come here, we'll get that demon. We'll exorcise that demon out of you because we'll name that demon. We're already naming that demon. Can you see we're naming that demon? That's why you persons who understand there's a demon inside there, that demon is Putana and service to Putana. See? Service to Putana is you're serving the false representative of Vrindavan. You haven't identified what is a real resident of Vrindavan. That's what you learn here. How to identify a real resident of Vrindavan. See? Real resident of Vrindavan is somebody like Lalita. See? That's a real resident of Vrindavan. She has the qualities of worshiping Krishna very intimately, very ecstatically, very praiseworthy. See? If you don't praise that way of worship, then how are you going to get the mercy of the Lord? You haven't recognized what is worship of Vrindavan by a pure-hearted, purified heart, like that. You haven't recognized that. How are you going to get to Vrindavan? They're all like that. They're all like a Lalita there. They laugh and they cry like her. She's the example here, The residents are like Govinda, they're very intoxicated on the name of God and the qualities, and they love the Lord. They love the qualities. They love the books written by real devotees, the commentaries by real devotees. They love that. See? And you don't like a Govinda and Lalita? And you claim to be a devotee? No, you're a putana. You're a kalya, man. You're a donkey, man. You're a donkey. You're serving the donkey demon inside. You're just, maybe you want liberation. You're here for liberation, man. Your bhakti is swallowed up by the liberation snake. Snakes everywhere. They're all over in religion and iskons and all that stuff, and they're your leaders and all of that. You come here. We'll give you the glasses to see. We'll give you the lens, the binoculars, to see what's really going on in that situation. And you'll see, wow, the demons live over there. See, they live. You ever see that? Watch on YouTube, a little excerpt there about they live. The guy got these glasses, He got these dark glasses, sunglasses. There's a whole box of them. And if you put them on, you could see that the demons were walking around with everybody. That's what's going on here. See, this is all Krishna. It's all related to Krishna. Here you get new glasses. You get the ones, the clear glasses, man. The clear your vision. And then you look over there and say, oh, those aren't residents of Vrindavan. They got a little demon inside. They're servants of Putana. They're servants of Kalya. They speak speculation and bullshit, man. I want to be like Lalita, but she won't teach me how to put on lipstick. Okay, Lalita, you teach him how to put on lipstick. I like to see him with some lipstick. And will you put on a dress too? We'll put on a dress, and get some false boobs. We'll make you a nice girl. That's what you need. Become a nice girl. Too macho. Mucho macho. The demoniac, however, concocts something about Krishna, mislead the public and general readers from the path of Krishna's instructions. See? So that's my great joy. My great happiness is to give the instructions as they are in Bhagavad Gita, which these guys aren't doing. None of them. None of the groups. Narayan Raj group, they're not giving the instructions as they are. See? And we give Krishna's instructions in a way that's very unique because of the empowerment of Lord Chaitanya, in the way of emphasizing the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. See? And the grace of Lord Chaitanya. It was harder back 5,000 years ago. And Krishna's instructions were not that, the Lord Chaitanya clarified them even more. I wonder, yeah. Yeah. One should try to follow the disciplic session from Arjuna and thus be benefited. So yeah, you must try to follow, and you can follow. If you come here, you can follow that disciplic line, but I haven't seen anybody teaching like this. And it's par for the course. It's rare. There was only one, special empowered person when Jesus was here. He was it. And when he disappeared, his real followers were those special empowered persons. And you could still get the Holy Spirit if you believed in their testimony, their message, which was the real message of Christ. See, the real disciplic line. And it's the same thing now. Lord Chaitanya has his real followers, his real intimate associates. And you can understand the real transcendental science when you go for them. But I haven't seen anybody but here prove that they know the real transcendental science by awakening this bhakti in others. This is the only place I've seen on the planet. Huh. See what we got here. Ooh, 0. Yeah, this is the only place, man, and anyway, the result is up to the Lord. I just feel so happy and grateful that we have people coming here. It gives me opportunity to preach and purify myself, and relish. See, it's all, like Lalita read the story about Krishna. You brought me up. You brought me up. See, you grew me, grew me. That's all I do. We're growing, Krishna. I'm growing the Lord. The Lord's growing up in me and others here listening. So we're all being uplifted. Krishna's being uplifted in us. Yeah? It's great. It's wonderful. And the result is up to the Lord. We're doing battle just because it's fun, you know, and the result is up to Krishna. And it's always going to be beneficial. Why not? I mean, he's the Lord of blessings. He's the Lord of real benedictions. He's the Lord of true prosperity, true, what do they call, auspiciousness. And we're bringing that Lord up every day here in our Sadhu Sangha. Isn't that nice? Isn't that wonderful? Where are you now? Still at the Springs? Yeah, I'm over at Safford still. Yeah, I got this great place, man. I mean, I slept really good, man. I slept again, till 4:20. This is like, wow, man. Away from all the wires. Well, even though anyway, just a little wire there, telephone pole, no big deal. Yeah. But it's great, man. This desert, it is huge desert, and it's not so hot right now. So, it's good. Where are you now? Let's see. Still at the Ranch Springs? Did Sachi come there? What about the ranch? Have you been there? Oh, the ranch. No. Ooh, there's a car. Let's see. Okay, well, so far so good. If Guruji, here, Hare Krishna devotees in the sun. Oh, I'll finish on the break. Have to go to work. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so why don't we take a break now? It's 8:30 almost. Yeah, I'll take a walk before it gets a little hot here. All right, thank you very much for coming, everybody, and we'll see you later, huh?